Welcome back. Let's spend a few minutes and think about what a shortage is. So the first thing we need to do is just define what is a shortage. So a shortage is when the quantity demanded, so how many buyers want to buy, quantity demanded exceeds the quantity supplied. So how many sellers are willing to sell at that price. So a shortage is when quantity demanded exceeds quantity supplied. So how can we see this in our supply and demand diagram? What causes it and what happens? So if we start out, we just say, what's our problem? Right? What is a shortage? It's when our quantity demanded is greater than the quantity supplied. So what does this look like in a supply and demand diagram? If we set one up, so we've got price, quantity, we throw in our upward sloping supply curve, a downward sloping demand curve, and let's mark in our equilibrium. So we'll call this price our equilibrium price and our equilibrium quantity. Alright, so what is this again? It's a shortage. That's when the quantity demanded exceeds the quantity supplied. So in my head, I imagine people on, say, Black Friday showing up to Walmart or Best Buy wanting to take advantage of the deals. And there's a line of people and they rush in, and some people get the television or whatever it is that's on sale, but the others are left standing in the parking lot. They want to buy, but there aren't enough available. That's our story. All right, so what causes this then, right? Why do we have this shortage? So our why, it must be a story about price not being equal to the equilibrium price. So price, when we have a shortage, the story we told of Black Friday, price is too low, right? Or price is less than that equilibrium price. So what does that look like in our diagram? So if price is too low, all right, let's put in a low price. So we'll call it P sub L for a low price. And at this low price, sellers don't want to sell very many or aren't willing to sell very many, right? The quantity supplied is only a few. So these Black Friday sales are often limited in the number of televisions that are available or whatever the ultra cheap item is. But at that low price, we say, well, how many do buyers want to buy? What's our quantity demanded? Well, it's a much larger number. So this difference between them, that's our shortage. Or said another way, if we kind of think about these quantities, right, there's our shortage. So how large of a shortage is it? What number? How many short are we? Well, it's how many do buyers want to buy. So our shortage is equal to the quantity demanded, how many they want to buy, how many people are in the parking lot at Black Friday, minus how many televisions are available, the quantity supplied. So what's got to happen to resolve this shortage? Why aren't the shelves at stores always empty, right? Why aren't they just completely wiped out? So what happens? So if we think about what happens, it's got to be a story about price increasing, right? So price rises. So what happens as price rises? So if Walmart or Best Buy has televisions and they price them for Black Friday, and then maybe after that they start adjusting that price towards equilibrium, this price starts to rise. So what happens? Well, when the price is higher, now they're willing to pay to bring more in, stock more. So our quantity supplied is increasing. But as this price is increasing, buyers say, maybe I don't need that extra television. Maybe I don't need one for my guest bedroom. Whatever it is, the quantity demanded is decreasing. So what happens? This process just keeps continuing until the market reaches its equilibrium point. All right, so this process continues until they meet at that equilibrium quantity where quantity supplied is equal to quantity demanded. As economists would say, the market clears. All right, so what happens? The price rises. So the quantity supplied is increasing, the quantity demanded is decreasing, and they're both moving towards this equilibrium quantity. So this process continues until quantity supplied equals quantity demanded, and our shortage has been resolved. Hopefully now you've got a better feel for what is a shortage, why do we potentially have a shortage, and what happens to resolve the shortage. We'll see you next time.